KFMA wanted to play some Pearl Jam because we have Dan Gibson from the Tucson Weekly on the phone. Hang on, Dan. I'm sorry. I was playing Europe for a moment there.
Great. No, it's right.
Dan is a very clever blogger for the Tucson Weekly, big music fan, and a big Pearl Jam nut. And this September coincides with Pearl Jam's 20th anniversary, and they're also putting out a rockumentary. What are the basics on that, Dan?
Well, it's a 20th anniversary, so they hired filmmaker Cameron Crowe, who you may remember from Singles, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Vanilla
Almost
Sky.
Famous.
Yes, yeah. It has a lot of connection with the band. I mean, Pearl Jam were in Singles, after all. And he took hundreds and, thousands of hours of footage and put it together to sort of chronicle their entire career.
And what's cool about this is that he's been taking this footage without the idea of doing a documentary for a while, right?
Yeah, he's friends with the band and is from Seattle, so he just captured what he could. And then sort of they assembled this film of just everything. So it's not sort of an afterthought, like, hey, let's just talk to some people and take some footage from, this most recent tour. But it covers really their whole arc.
Are you getting a sense of how, because, one of the things about the rockumentary, it seems to be a lost art. It's been replaced by the behind the musics.
Yeah.
But, there's nothing better than a good rockumentary. The Foo Fighters' recent one was really good, where the band gives a very honest account of, what it was like to be in this band. Are you getting that kind of sense from the documentary?
Yeah, the trailer came out yesterday, and we'll have it on TucsonWeekly.com if you want to go check it out later. And it's just, these guys they lack the sort of glamour of ending quickly like Nirvana or having like the bickering and things like that, like Soundgarden. So I think people sort of underrate.
Yeah, they've been relatively tragedy-free.
Yeah, but you think about it, and you think about, their first three albums. I mean, they were everywhere. I mean, you were at Q101, right? They were essentially Pearl Jam themed at one point. It was like these guys are a huge band, but you kind of forget their influence and the place they hold in rock history.
Does there seem to be any surprising bits from the film?
Almost the fact that they get along by deciding that they're not going to be friends. They hang out and they're in this band and they're cordial, but they don't cultivate their friendship all the time. So, they're not making that over-expectation of, hey, we're going to be best buds and we're going to be in this rock band. It's like, no, this is partially a job, but it's a job they do really well.
Cool. And I know a tour is coinciding with that. I guess probably the most we can hope for is that they come to Phoenix on it. But when is the exact release of the documentary? Oh, is it going to be playing in a theater in Tucson?
Yes, on September 20th at the Loft. They're doing one showing of it. And the Loft, which you may think of as a place to see art films with subtitles, they have a great sound system. And you get to see this movie really the way it's meant to be seen, with loud music, and they're all in your face.
What about the chances of one of the members of the band coming there undercover in disguise?
I would say unlikely, but I would talk to every person in a flannel shirt and just make sure.
All right,
be like,
cool.
Are you Stone Gossard? That's what I would do.
Dan Gibson from the Tucson Weekly. You can check him out there on TucsonWeekly.com, and he's also got a Facebook page. Look him up.
Fook. Music. Mornings. KFMA.
I hate this town. It's so washed up, and all my friends don't give up.